Happy Easter!
Happy Easter? Sean, Easter was last weekend.
I know we celebrated last weekend, but you know what?
What?
We can celebrate Easter each and every day.
Every day? Does that mean that I get chocolate every day too?
Not quite. But do you remember how last week I shared about how Easter is really special and real to me?
Yeah.
Well, that never changes, and that's something I like to celebrate every single day of the year.
That's great. I love that. And that actually makes sense because Jesus is important to me, not just at Easter. So it's like Easter is more than just a weekend. It just keeps going. So I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus and his love for us are the most important things we have every single day.
I like that. Do you know, Sean, one of the coolest things that I really love about thinking about Easter and Jesus on the cross is that he loves us, and that's how he showed that. But because of him doing that, he actually forgives us of all of the wrong things that we do.
Pastor Lisa, you wouldn't do anything wrong, would you?
Never. Oh, I just lied. Oh, no, I did something wrong. Oh, yes, you got me. I actually do sometimes make bad choices. And yep, in the Bible, it even tells us in Romans 3, verse 23, all people have sinned. That's me.
Yeah, that's me too, that's me.
It's actually all of you. We have all sinned and we're actually not good enough for God's glory. So that's like God's up here, we're down here. There's no way that we could be good enough. But that's where Jesus comes in the middle, and Jesus is what brings us together. It's like we're over here, God's here, Jesus brings us back together again. And God's love and grace we can experience every day. Love it.
You know what?
Tell me.
Can I tell you a story about one time where I really needed God's forgiveness?
Uh-oh, what happened? Tell me.
Well, I used to go on the school bus when I was at school. Put your hand up if you go on the school bus.
I
know I
did.
did.
Not
Not
used
anymore.
to, yeah.
But the bus driver used to keep some mints in a tray by the side of his chair. So me and my friends were a bit silly. So we used to go up to the chair, sneak in, and really quietly, everyone say shh, really quietly, get a mint, put it in our pocket, and hide away. And you know what sometimes we'll do?
What?
Get another mint and put it in our pocket.
Uh-oh.
And one time, my friend actually got caught by the bus driver.
Oh dear.
And he told me, and I was still a bit silly. I should have learned from his mistake, but guess what?
What?
I didn't learn from his mistake.
Oh.
I went to the seat and really quietly went up. I thought I was really quiet. I must not have been. And not,
Were you like, quietly?
I was like,
quietly?
quiet. I was on my tippy toes,
Okay.
but quietly, and it must have been really loud like that, really loud. And the bus driver turned around without crashing the bus because that would be very dangerous. But he turned around and said, "Oi, those are my mints." And I was so scared, I just ran to the back of the bus.
Uh-oh.
And you know what? At the end of the bus ride, I went up and apologized to the bus driver because that was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
And guess what? He actually forgave me.
That's good.
And you know what?
What?
Jesus also forgives us each and every day. Every time we do something wrong, he
It's
forgives
true.
us.
He does. And you know what? When we do things wrong, like stealing mints from a bus driver, or maybe we do things wrong like making bad choices, by being mean, by getting too angry or too rough, or having bad attitudes, or thinking we're better than everybody else. You know, there's so many different things. Maybe it's doing something you shouldn't, saying something you shouldn't. No matter what those things are, God washes us clean of everything that we can do wrong. And I love that we can remember that, not just at Easter, but that we can remember that Jesus, remember, it's like us and God, and we're broken and we all sin, but Jesus brings us together. We can remember that every single day.
That is so true. Instead of feeling, heavy and guilty and really sad when we do something wrong, we can just give it all to Jesus and say sorry and do something called repenting, and he'll forgive us and we'll be all free and light and celebrate what he's done for us on the cross.
I love that because that's what it is. It's going, we don't have to live like this, like, all of these things that I've done wrong. It's not good that we do things wrong because we're called to live like Jesus and live a set-apart life. But when we don't, we can say, repenting, exactly what you're saying, is just saying, Jesus, I'm sorry. I thank you for the cross. I thank you for Easter. I thank you that I can remember that every day, Easter, we can celebrate every day. Every day I can live in that freedom of knowing that you forgive me and you love me. And that gets me a little bit excited.
That does.
Even maybe a little bit excited.
Guess what? I want to sing again.
Oh, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart.
Where?
Down in my heart. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my
I forgot
heart.
the word.
To stay.
Yay! That is the best news. And you know what? You can join the celebration of living in God's love and grace and freedom every single day. That's a party.
That's a
I love
party.
it. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.